beginning of Deebo Samuel, and at the end of the year, he was happy to be a wide back, right? I mean, I think he coined that term himself. I'm a wide back. That's a new
Kinda.
position. He made merch, and then we hear that it could be the usage that's the issue. He doesn't want to be a running back, or and how do you guys feel about that? And specifically, do you guys believe the 49ers offered him a contract? Because some people are saying, some people have sources that are saying the Niners never offered him a contract, and that could be what's really got him upset, or the Niners lowballed him with a $19 million per year offer. What do you guys believe? Let's start off with Niner sickness.
Okay, my thoughts on that is I don't think the Niners offered uh, Deebo any financial contract yet. I think it's more of a Deebo doesn't want to be used as a running back as much. And I think when they asked Kyle Shanahan at the owners meeting, are you planning to continue to use Deebo the way you use him? And Kyle Shanahan, yes. And then about a week later, you see Deebo taking everything off his IG about the Niners. So I think it's more of a usage disagreement than it is financial. Or it could be too where Deebo's like, if you're going to use me as a running back and a receiver, you need to pay me more than just a receiver. And the Niners are like, nope, we're going to use you as a receiver. We're going to pay you as a receiver, but use you as a running back if we feel that is need to be to win games. And I think that's where the disconnection is between them.
I actually agree with you completely, non-sickness, and the both of you. I'm assuming Jay, maybe you may say the same. Is that he feels because, like you said, he did coin that term, white back, and he was pumping it up. I watched him during the Super Bowl press conference during press row week, go to all different types of just interviewers. I watched him on Jim Rome even say, "Hey, I'm a white back and I like this position," and so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden, it comes out that maybe he doesn't like that. And when me as a fan, as a Niner, I think yes, if he's going to be a wide back, a running back, and a wide receiver, then we need to pay him as such. I can understand that. I am tight with Jay's money, to be honest with you, but I do get the point of that. If he's going to do both, he needs to be paid accordingly. But can we do that? I don't think that we can afford it. So, and then also, either they have not offered him a contract or he does for this a lowball. So you hit it right there. I think it's either one of the two only.
And huge shout out to everyone in the chat, Carcast, Kimberly, Niner Faithful. Thank you everyone for tuning into the stream. We got Roberto in here as well. I would say we also have Redder. I would say there's really no precedent for a player who can really do what Deebo does at the level that he does. I mean, there's Cordarrelle Patterson with Atlanta, but no one's going to pay him, top of the running back or wide receiver market at what he does. So I don't really know what that figure would be if you want to pay him for both. I know that running backs make a hell of a lot less than wide receivers,
Exactly. Yes,
so
sir.
it would be in Devo's best interest
Exactly.
to be
Way
paid like a wide
less.
receiver. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden it flipped, and now he no
It
longer
flipped.
wants to be with the team.
Yeah.
I just don't know if we either lowballed him or we just didn't offer him a contract. And Debo's like, well, I want to get paid. You guys are, he there's no way he's going to be able to have the same usage he had last year this year. He's not going to be able to do
I
another
agree.
80 carries or at least double that from the start of the year. It's unfortunate though. He really wouldn't have had those touches if Raheem Mostert and Elijah Mitchell would have been healthy for a majority of the games. But this is the situation we are in right now. Um, Also, Niner
I don't think
faithful.
he can either with Trey Lance.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, Jay, I'm sorry. I was just agreeing with you. I was saying I don't think he can have the same usage just with Trey Lance alone. Not to
Right.
mention if we get a healthy season out of Elijah, if any emergence of Trey Sermon, we wouldn't need any running back or player excuse me, that player period for that matter to have the type of usage rate that he had.
Right. And that's also another good point. Every running back on this roster last year got hurt. You look at Trey Sermon, Elijah Mitchell, Raheem
Everyone, yes
Mostert.
sir.
Jeff Wilson
Jeff
Jr.
Wilson,
didn't really play until November. So, if we have healthy
exactly.
running backs, Debo won't need to run the ball. maybe we would only ask him to do that, maybe in the playoffs or something like that. But we definitely don't want to see him, or at least me, I don't want to see him have that much usage. Niner Faithful says, I think Deebo was happy being a wide back until he realized he wasn't going to get the amount of money he wanted because he's playing at running back. What do you think about that, Niner Cygnus?
I agree. I think I don't think it's the plain running back slash receiver. I think Debo's a competitor. Debo loves to compete. He likes to show off his ability to do what he does on the field. I think he just wants to be confident, given the money that he deserves for what he does, because he realizes as a running back, you're as long as you can play in the NFL, it's not much because now you're putting your body in a position to get hurt much more than if you're just a pure receiver. But I also think this. I think a lot of it had to do. I know the running backs were limited last year; they got hurt, but I think a lot of it is tied to Jimmy G. Jimmy G, like you said, he can't throw the outside. He only throws the immediate slants, which Deebo does great. But I think with Trey Lance, the ability for him to be more of a receiver will be there for him as much as Brandon Ayuk. I think it'll be a different situation with Lance at quarterback than it was with Jimmy. So hopefully the Niners can come in a middle place and pay him what they think is he's worth, and hopefully he'll receive that. One thing I know about John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, though, they don't bend. They have a certain amount they want to pay, and there's no team above the team. No player, above the team. If the player doesn't receive it, doesn't want it, they'll move on. Perfect example, DeForest Buckner wanted more than what the Niners thought he was worth, and as you can tell, he's no longer here.